Now, nearly 6 months without a leader, the World Trade Organization has appointed Nigeria's Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala as its first female as well as the first African Director General. Dr. Okonjo-Iweala is Nigeria's former finance minister. The new head of the World Trade Organization is not a trade expert, but says she can bring in fresh leadership to the global trade body. The 164-member body has been without a leader since Brazil's Roberto Azevedo left a year early in August. Supporters hope she can reinvigorate the institution, which is facing the biggest crisis in around 26 years. Many of the problems have to do with members who are unable to agree on trade deals and a reform program. My colleague, as well as the SABC News' foreign editor, Sophie Mokoena, joins us now to get to grips with this one just a little bit more. Sophie, it's certainly an appointment that I guess makes sense considering how much she has had to do with regards to trade within the African continent. I suppose on a global scale makes things a little bit more difficult though.
Well, of course, she has got experience in terms of interacting with different countries on the continent on issues that are related to trade and investment, particularly the economy. But also having spent 25 years at the World Bank, she has interacted with many investors and many countries at that level. But of course, she needs more experience and assistance in terms of ensuring that she's able to navigate the complex issues around WTO. We know that her responsibility are more of an advisory, not really taking political or perhaps pushing the policy direction. Only member countries can do that. But there's hope that she will get the support. We know that this matter should have been concluded long ago, but unfortunately the former president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, didn't agree on that candidate. And we know that, at multilateral level, you work, you have to navigate your processes through consensus, and because there was no consensus in terms of her candidature, and also there was another candidate from Korea, but unfortunately she has pulled out of the race because she is fully aware that majority of member countries do support the Nigerian candidate, but also she's the US citizen because of the time she has spent in the United States of America and also getting some of her experience and qualifications there. And therefore we hope that at 4 o'clock South African time today in Geneva, the WTO will definitely finalize this matter.
Yeah. Sophie, how important is it then that we get an African Director General for the World Trade Organization in a year when we officially have put together the African Continental Free Trade Agreement as well, plus the fact that the US has a new president who's looking to perhaps change things around when it comes to the US-China relations as well. So how critical will all those relations be?
Her role is to advise member countries, and I think behind the scenes she will be able to lobby for issues that are going to be of importance to the continent in general. But remember, she is not there for Africa. She is there for all member countries. But of course, charity begins at home. And her relationship with the United States of America and the current president, who's more sober and who's willing to engage at the multilateral level and diplomacy, I think it will be a better year for Africa and other countries, of course, particularly the global south, the countries that are always struggling. You, right earlier on, you spoke about how the markets in America, in Asia, in Europe are recovering. But when you look at Sub-Sahara, we are still struggling because we are struggling to get the vaccine. You know that she was part of, she is part of the Gavi, the institution that is working hard to ensure that Sub-Sahara region is able to access vaccines, not only COVID-19 vaccine, but generally the vaccines. And now with all the debate around COVID-19 vaccine and also Gavi Institute ensuring that the Sub-Sahara is able to access this vaccine, she will have an opportunity also to lobby member countries to ensure that there is cooperation at that level. And I think we know that no country is safe until all countries are safe, but also the global recovery will only happen when all countries are able to access this vaccine, even though we still have to comply with all the regulations of the WHO on combating of this COVID-19. That is the simple measures such as washing our hands, keeping a distance, not going to crowded places, and generally ensuring that we comply, because that will assist in the spread of the virus at a time where we are having a serious challenge, particularly South Africa and other countries in the SADC region with this variant, and also some countries also experiencing variants in their respective countries. And therefore, I think it is important for countries to work together, and there's hope that she is going to resuscitate the relations within the WTO to ensure that there's synergy, because you know that the institution was paralyzed.
No, it certainly was paralyzed, and having had the former Director General leave so early certainly wasn't helpful to the cause either. Sophie Mokoena, thank you so much for the time. They really appreciated a foreign editor there at the SABC News joining us as well to get to grips with that new appointment, then seeing the new appointment then of the World Trade Organization's Director General, the first female and the first African Director General there, Dr. Okonjo-Iweala as well, from Nigeria, is now leading the World Trade Organization. All right, we're going to take a short ad break though.